I once wrote a song actually about my friend Ben, but it's so much about me that I can only dignify it by calling it Song with Ben in Mind. This is a poem for another friend, which is about me. This one is actually called Readings from the Book of Exile. I have a dear friend who is a deeply committed atheist and is brilliantly committed to very important questions that I find very, very foundational to the way that I look at the world. And one time I thought, well, I was trying to describe him to somebody, and I said, well, I have no idea what he is. Because even atheist isn't a good word for me. It's not dignifying enough. I don't think there's so much more. So I thought that I'd try to describe him by a poem, and this is the poem. A reading from the Book of Exile, Chapter 1. There are no chapters. A reading from the Book of Exile, Chapter 2. He has been moved beyond belief. A reading from the Book of Exile, Chapter 3. And he is inching toward glory with only his own story on his back. He has patched up holes that open where the coverings have cracked, and some shoes were never meant for hiking, so he left them far behind. There are simple things he needs on journeys such as these: food and drink and love and warmth and comfort, and a bag that's small enough to carry all the failures and the idols that he's picked up on the way. There are some days he only moves an inch or two. This is the pace of glory here in exile. A reading from the Book of Exile, Chapter 4. There are some things too meaningful for talking, and even feeling leaves us full of grief at all we touch and need and can never speak of. We are living lives that we can't state the name of. We are loving things that we can never bear. We attempt belief in things that we cannot explain, and we rest uneasy in this sometimes seeming cruel game. And we rest with tension so beautiful, it's heart aching. A reading from the Book of Exile, Chapter 5. He has grown older here. The body speaks its own language, and he has started listening. A reading from the Book of Exile, the unwritable chapter. The place of pain is the place of survival, and sometimes barely that. A reading from the Book of Exile, the last chapter. There is no ending. Everything is here. So pitch a tent that you can live in, and find a friend to whom you'll give in times of telling, times of testing, times of listening, times of resting. There is no ending. Everything is here.